Cancer is a terrible, terrible disease. It's a rotten disease. There's no easy way of saying it's going to be a good trip.
I was diagnosed in 2010 with mouth cancer, and I was devastated.
8th of May 2015. It would appear that I have cancer. I feel very scared.
Cancer's always that thing, it's there, but you're always in denial about it, but you think if you joke and say, well, it can't be cancer, then it won't be.
In 2008, I was diagnosed with cancer of the mouth and neck, which proved to be quite aggressive.
The moment it changed was when the doctor said to me that he was going to refer me to the local hospital because he thought it was cancer.
I'm living proof of the progress this field is making.
I've come a long way. I've come a really, really long way compared to how I was.
I could have given up many times, many times, but no, I'm not going to do it. This ain't going to beat me.
Because I do believe that talking is a healer, and that's what I've done. I've been really open about this from day one.
What it is down to now is me accepting it and building my life.
This is the road on which I believe progress lies, and this, of course, is why you all are here today.
Straight away, you just think, well, that's it. You know, there's no hope. What's going to happen to my husband? What's going to happen to my children? What's going to happen to my grandchildren? What are they going to do without me? They ain't going to do this, they ain't going to do that. You know, I'm finished. I'm not going to be able to work.
Walked in, was examined, described my symptoms, and he just said, I think we need to be talking about cancer.
In 2008, I was diagnosed with cancer of the mouth and neck.
I've not remembered the following week. It was information overload. Everybody was throwing questions at me, everyone was throwing information at me.
There'd never been any mention of cancer, so it was a shock.
I became a bit of a recluse to start with. I wouldn't even go out the house.
I became a nurse, which I've never wanted to be a nurse, and I found that quite difficult.
Where do I go from here?
You get yourself into a bit of a state, and I'll be honest with you, I cried a lot.
I started treatments just before New Year's. My New Year's Eve was not exciting.
I would advise anybody that's going to go through this, who's just been diagnosed, for instance, to seek out help as much as they can.
What can I learn from this? What can I do for myself? Having a positive attitude and that, yeah, I can get through this.
And the biggest thing that's helped me is also setting up my Swallows charity. Swallows is about emotional support, but it's also about awareness.
I think you've got to face it head on and fight it. Definitely fight it.
When I first started having treatment with the psycho-oncology team, I felt an enormous relief.
What it is down to now is me accepting it and building my life.
You will be in places throughout that journey that you think that there is no hope whatsoever. But trust me, there's light at the end of that tunnel. What you've got to do is find that light and hold on to it.
I had this fear of meeting new people. I've got over that. I can go into a restaurant now.
I've got one thing I want to do in the next few years, and that's to go back up to Norway, because I find it beautiful up there.
There's positive events, marriages, births of children, new friendships. But then there's the events in your life that it teach you a lot more than the positive ones, and it's the hardships in life, the valleys.
We ventured out, Julie and I, to a supermarket. And this was my first trip to a supermarket since the operation. And they had a little boy there, about 8 or 9 years old. And he kept looking at me. And so I said to his mum, I said, look, I've got a disfigurement. I said, but your little boy keeps looking at me, can I talk to him? So I sort of got down on my haunches and I said to him, are you looking at my face, Sunshine? And he said, yeah. And because of his curiosity, I gave him a little story about how it came about and what it was. And he said, well, how did you get the cancer? And at first I was a bit lost as to what to say, but then I said, well, I believe it's because I used to smoke cigarettes. He says, I'm never going to smoke. I said, sorry, couldn't. And what that little boy said did so much for me, because if nothing else, that little so-and-so ain't going to smoke, he's not going to get cancer. That's how I looked upon it.
Yep.
And bless him, he made me feel so good that day, because I was able to open up to somebody. I know he was only a young lad, probably doesn't fully understand it, but I think I did a bit of good there.
With this room full of men and women like yourselves, devoted to this field, pushing it forward with every case you take and each patient that you treat, we can only imagine what the next century will bring. Short of that, we can look around and we can say that something is working.